Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Camp, members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify. China's transformation of its economy through integration into the world economy has been a work in progress for several decades. By any measure, China has made enormous strides, and that process is far from complete, but there have been signs for several years that the period of China's opening is at an end. We used to sit in this room and talk for years about Japan's industrial policies. We didn't have a good handle on how to come at them. We didn't have a good strategy. A lot of U.S. industries paid a price. We didn't have knowledge of what was going on in Japan, or adequate knowledge. But Japan also paid a price, high price, for its ill-considered policies. I'd suspect that China will be doing the same with respect to its policies. But as Mr. Freeman said, there'll be damage to U.S. industries in the process of China learning that it's making policy errors. China has taken a different course than Japan did. It's welcomed foreign investment, but it now must avoid major policy errors. The National Indigenous Innovation Policy is a major error. Rewarding innovation is important. That's why we have a patent system. That's why China has a patent system. But to tell all agencies that they must only buy Chinese-owned intellectual property goods from Chinese-owned companies is a phenomenal error in an era of globalization. To have state-owned enterprises emulate that policy will be disastrous for China. China's industrial policies lead to gross excess capacity, as happened in the case of Japan. Excess in steel, enough to supply our entire market and more. Excess in solar panels, exporting over 90% of the solar panels it produces. Excess in wind energy generating equipment. Excess in automobiles expected by 2012, which is not far from now. 3 million additional automobiles estimated in excess capacity by 2012. And China is driving out, I think, will be driving out American companies investing in the Chinese market, or limiting them. They plan to have Chinese-owned production of automobiles, and we've seen what's happened in auto parts. When China seeks to attain self-sufficiency, it's every bit as bad for the United States and its trading partners as its export surpluses. And given the fact that the Obama administration talks about doubling U.S. exports in 5 years, China's closing down is a major problem. The currency undervaluation that China practices is about equivalent, if not more, than if we just rebated the entire corporate income tax on exports and charged it on imports. It's a vast intervention in the marketplace. China committed, as part of its accession to the WTO, that state-owned enterprises would buy on commercial conditions, on price, on quality. That's not happening. And that's a major, major problem for the United States. National standards rather than international standards are a barrier, and change in the currency will not allow someone to sell, a U.S. company to sell in China, if the barrier is a standard, or if the barrier is that a state-owned enterprise simply won't buy foreign goods. We talk a lot in this country about creation of green jobs, but as I mentioned, China's become the largest producer of solar panels in the world, and with the U.S. as the fastest growing market for photovoltaics, and predicted to be the largest PV market this year or next, and China's capacity utilization being only 26% at present, and planned capacity being twice as much as current capacity, we're going to have a problem. We won't have those green jobs unless it's just putting in, installing Chinese goods. Since 2005, no single foreign manufacturer has sold a single wind turbine in China to the major state part of the market, which is the major part of the market. So foreign shares dropped from over 75% to just 13.1% this year. Stunning change. My conclusion is that we really don't understand at present the effects fully of Chinese industrial policies. We have to have a better grasp of what is going on in China, better knowledge of the realities of international competition. the requisite information is not being systematically collected by our government and evaluated, we'll pay a price in this country for this serious shortcoming, and fixing this problem should be among America's highest priorities. Thank you.